Okay, so we're going to continue on with Chudan Kangi from the Shodan no kata, Kukishinden, Rokushaku Bojutsu. Now, again, we're going to walk through it first. Now, go a little bit closer. Okay, this is no good for the bowman. You're still lifting your stick up, Joe. There you go. This is no good for the bowman. The reason is the swordsman, a good swordsman would be able to get in on the bowman, okay? Let's say, as an example, Joe hits her in do and she jumps forward and grabs the stick with her left hand. Okay? Now, okay, even like that. Now watch. She's holding the stick. Joe's fighting for his stick. What do you got to do with the sword? Anything. What's he going to do? Is he going to grab the sword with his hands? So anyways, the point is that he's at a disadvantage. If she gets past the length of his stick, he's at a disadvantage. Okay, so go back again. Get closer. So see, this is really not good range for the bow. You're still lifting your stick up, Joe. There you go. Chudan, middle level. All right, and put it more under your arm. There you go, it's better. So I want her to back up because he can't back up. No room. Okay, and I'd prefer them to be even further apart. Okay, so this is more true training once you got the basic. You're lifting your stick up again, Joe. There you go. Now, she's going to want to get in, and he's going to want to stay away. So we have a dilemma. All right, now let's say Joe wants to come in and hit her with do uchi. Go ahead. He's making his distance. Now look, if he steps like that, you're going to see that a mile away. So go back again. It's a big, long weapon. He's far away. If he walks and steps, it's just too far. You'll see it coming. So what he needs to do is he needs to jump forward. He's going to get as close as he feels he can, and he's just going to lunge at her. That's the first, stay there. That's the first part of the attack. Now, on this first part of this attack, he just wants to lay into her. He wants to just knock her straight over, forcing her to respect that and forcing her to block hard. She's coming forward, of course, trying to get away from the end of the stick and trying to get closer to her preferred range. But at the same time, she has to really, block solidly. There's a couple of ways of doing this, but this is one basic way. We'll get into more ways later. So let's rewind that again. So this kata takes advantage of that truth. He's going to come in with a solid strike. She's going to have to respond with energy. Now what he's going to do, don't do anything yet, he's going to ride that energy, okay? At that push, there's going to be a push there. Because what is she going to do right now? What would you do, Kiana? She would come in. Okay, so that's what her goal is, to jump away from the end of that stick, do it again, to come in away from the end of that stick and just try to just run him down, okay? So when you're training the kata, once you get past the basic form, you have to put that feeling in there. So the swordsman has to make Joe, the bowman, feel threatened right now. So she's going to be pushing that thing and start to come at him, and he's going to jump back with that push, riding that energy. Okay? Now try it again. And when I say jump, I mean with explosiveness. Okay? So she pushes and he jumps with explosiveness. All right? Now there's a little trick. This is where it gets complicated for both the uke and the tori. Okay? Let's start it from the beginning. You're going to come in with do uchi. And then jump right back out. Now, as he's jumping out, he's going to be doing tento uchi. He's going to throw it over in a rather unconventional way, like this. And again, that's keeping her away because she's wanting to do what? She's wanting to come in. So as she's coming in, he's throwing that to her head with the intention of breaking her head open. But the difficult part is how to do it, the timing of how to do it. He has to do that mid-jump. So let's see if you can do that. Take it to that part. Like this, okay? Now, that's good. Now do it again. Now this time, Kiana, I want you to come in after that first block. You come in to cut him down, but be careful. This is the hard part. Trying to come in to cut Joe, and then suddenly that thing comes to your head and you have to take ukemi. That's difficult. Go ahead. Good. Now right there, he finishes it with jumping Swaritsuki to Suigetsu, knocking her back, and then finish on Zanshin and Chudan no Kamae. So that's the basic idea in a more realistic sort of way. Let's see you guys try it smoothly without me talking. Run it about 3 times. Try to get the feeling in there. Okay. Let's do it again. You're lifting your tip up. So you want your tip lower, Joe, and you want to put it more in your armpit. There you go. Like a gun, maybe, like a rifle. Okay. Last time. Okay. Zanshin. Okay, yummy. So now, is that the only way to do the kata? Is that the right way to do the kata, the way it says in the book and all that stuff? I don't know. I don't have the book. But that's a way of doing the kata. There's many ways. There's many ways to express that same idea. It depends on what the uke does. It depends on what posture the uke starts in. The terrain, so many different things. But this is a good starting point and the one we're working tonight.